Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SNEW with the Crew, Episode 3, with Ross Murphy.
Hello.
Kayleigh Lata.
Hi.
And Bobbin Dixon.
Hello there.
This week we're a bit pushed for time, so we are going to change up the format a little bit, and we're just going to give you some news and tell you about what we've been watching and give you some reviews, really. So let's kick off with a bit of news about The Batman, which...
The Batman?
The Batman.
Ooh.
That's the movie that Ben Affleck has been trying to pull out of recently. He's supposed to have been directing it, and
he's starring or just directing?
He was supposed to be starring and directing.
Dear God.
But he pulled out of directing and was still supposed to be starring. Rumours suggest that he's trying to get out of acting in the movie as well. And they did sign up Matt Reeves, that's the guy that does Planet of the Apes, as the director, but he's now pulled out as well.
No one wants to do this film.
It's-
If it's that terrible, just stop.
Well,
Just
it's
don't
just
do it.
Warner Brothers going from worse to worse.
It's just
Isn't
money,
it?
they just want to make money. No one cares. No one in Hollywood gives a shit about the films or what people want. They just want to make money. That is the end of it. That's all they do.
That's it. That's movie sorted out for everyone. I'm off.
No, it is though. It is. That's all. Like, think about it. Everyone is doing stuff for money, and they're not going, yeah, but the fans want this. It's like, well, why are you making more? Oh, just want to make money. Jason Statham, he only acts in films because he makes money. They're rubbish. They said in an interview, why do you keep making these films? He's like, because they pay me loads of money.
He doesn't know they're rubbish, does he?
He knows they're rubbish.
Does he?
Yeah.
You think he's that self-aware? Do you say
He
he's
said
only-
it. He said, like, I know they're crap, but they make me loads of money. I'd do them if they made me money. Yeah.
You do most things if they paid you money.
Well, we won't get into that subject.
Fair enough. Okay. What do we do to save it? What do they do to save it?
I've no idea. I think
Yeah,
Warner
Pay
Brothers
Christopher
was-
Nolan loads of money and kidnapped.
It's too late for that. Christopher Nolan said a while back that he wouldn't go near Batman again, I think. He said he was done with it.
Kidnapped Christian Bale.
Okay, so other options might be...
Val Kilmer.
Ignore
Yes.
Val Kilmer.
Bring it back.
Bring back the bat nips.
No, that was Clooney.
Was that Clooney?
But
Yeah.
Kilmer didn't have the nipples.
To be honest though, Clooney would make quite a good old Bruce Wayne. Now,
Well,
it
he's
could
making
be a
good
dark.
Alfred now.
He's still too handsome, isn't he?
Well, yeah. Alfred
He
was
would
not
be
known as a
quite a
lover.
good old, nearly retired Batman.
Like pension-seeking Batman.
That's all he does. He doesn't
Going down
care
to
for
the
crime. He
council.
just wants to get his pension.
He
He's got a
zip
bit of a
lines
boots.
He's
to
a billionaire. Would he need a pension? I don't know.
Why not? Mooch it.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, if you've gotten this far into a franchise and your main actor, who's playing one of your main characters, pulls out, what do? Do you ignore the fact that character ever existed and carry on with somebody else for a while? Do you introduce
It's just-
Nightwing?
I reckon they'd just do what Hollywood does and just go, let's reboot it again.
Do you think they would?
Yeah.
And the public would take it?
Well, they took it with Spider-Man. They're rebooting it again. Like, come on. People make money. They don't care. Just reboot it again.
Well, it's for a new generation.
Yeah. So what generation? It was like 4 years ago. Like 4-year-olds going, yeah, I'm done with this shit now.
We've said this before, though. There's like a ridiculously short amount of time between Chris Nolan's and the new DC universe. I don't know if you know.
Totally, yeah.
It's only 1 year between Man of Steel and Dark Knight Rises. So I guess you're right. They can just do whatever the fuck they want. Can't
They
they
do
Reboot
TV
it.
shows all the time. HBO do it fucking all the time, don't they? How actors, they just stop being the same actor and you just like go, oh, season 2 ends and season 3 starts. And you're just like, one of Don Draper's kids in Mad Men's played by about 4 different actors.
I like the fact that just they don't reference it, but they'll make sure that they say that character's name lots, so you know that it's the same person.
I
They
like
do it in Neighbours all the time. Notice that. I haven't watched it for a while. I say a while, about 10 years, but they used to do it a lot.
25 years.
think my
They
favourite-
normally do EastEnders, Daniela Westbrook, and she's like off the rails all the time if her nose is broken or whatever. I say broken, I mean, like, you know, got a
Missing.
big gaping hole in it. Yeah,
Very
missing.
broken.
They'll just get someone else in. I can't remember the character's name, I don't care enough. Moving on.
I think my favourite one with regards to changing actors has got to be the X-Men. I know the X-Men universe is fucked, but whatever his name, who's the little guy from Game of Thrones, dwarf chap?
Oh, I
Peter
know the one.
Dinklage.
Peter.
Oh,
Dinklage.
when in The Last Stand he was like a 6'4" black man played by Bill Bill Duke, and
That's
now
right.
he's like a
So,
white
I'm
dwarf.
sorry. But, sorry.
That's the
It was
truth.
Bill Duke played the same character in The Last Stand, and he's like a 6'4" black
It's
guy,
Last
and then
Stand
suddenly it's
X-Men 3.
yeah.
Fucking you and Gatchel fucking so hard for X-Men, aren't you?
Because X-Men's confused the shit out of me. I started watching Apocalypse the other day and I got so confused because of all the continuity errors. I was like, I'll just turn it off. I was like, yeah, but it's the best one. Yeah, it might be if you're an idiot and you haven't paid attention to the others, but I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I
Turned it
didn't
off.
even know there was. I had no idea there was a continuity. I know we
There's
briefly
loads of
talked
continuity
about
errors.
it.
You only got
No,
to
I
look
didn't know
at-
there was a continuity, let alone it could be broken. I just
There
thought
was
it
just
was
nothing,
fucking
yeah.
Jackson Pollock movie
It's
maker.
because
It's like painting on
Bryan
the-
Singer did the original 2, right? And then they did The Last Stand, and he didn't do it because he went off to do Man of Steel. So someone else, whoever it was, come in and did like Last Stand and fucked it. Then he jumped back on board and said, right, I'm going to do First Class. And then went, basically, we'll just ignore everything in the ones that I didn't direct. And then it's all like, what? Just doesn't, it's just...
First Class was a good attempt to take the timeline back to an earlier point.
Yeah, that was good. It was like
That's
a reboot,
fine.
it could have worked. And then Days of Future Past, because there's bits in that you're like, well, if you're following on from the Wolverine Origins ones, it's like, hang on, he didn't have adamantium, but now he's got adamantium, but at the end of The Last Stand, Magneto's not got powers, but now he's got powers again, and then what the fuck, like, hang on, what?
And then when he gets back to reality, a year later,
What do you mean
Logan.
reality? Was none of it real?
Was it a
You know,
dream?
you know what I mean?
when he gets back from the 80s,
Suddenly Bill Duke's a little dwarf. What's going on?
That's worse than any mutation.
And I'm
isn't
not
it?
going.
So how did
I'm not
you-
sat here going, it's really unrealistic because you know, like
Mutants.
it's meant to be realistic, but you know, come on, have a bit of structure with it, Brian.
absolutely, they were trying to start with, weren't they? Somewhere along the way it just got fucked, and it's unrescuable now. And actually, that brings us nicely on to the next point. I think Logan is getting some really cracking reviews. Have you guys?
I've only
picked
seen
up
the
on that?
trailer because it's not out yet.
It's out in America. Either way, the embargo's off, and people are loving it. All the big names in internet.
Well, that's because
movie
they made it
reviews.
18 and they can have Wolverine being how he should have been and being just a horrible, not horrible, but just a sweary badass.
Apparently, the little kids smacking it out of the park as well.
Nice,
a
that
weird
sounds
way of
cool.
saying-
That's fucking odd.
Yeah.
Because that
Smacking
also.
Park.
Smacking it out of the park. What's the
Do you
word?
mean
What you should have said
masturbating, on
was-
drugs, being beaten? I mean, explain for all the listeners.
Okay, I'm going to cut that out, you bastards.
No! Keep
Right, I'm
it
leaving
in.
it in. God damn it.
I still can't understand why superhero movies are the biggest genre in cinema at the moment.
I'm with you on that.
Mm,
I still don't get
yeah.
it. I still don't believe there's enough people out there going and seeing them.
But
I
there
think
is,
the
it's
people who go and
just-
see them just see them 12 times.
It's rocketed it. The geek culture has just come so commercial now. Like, I'm with you on it. I don't get it. I like the X-Men films because I like the cartoons of kids. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the X-Men, and I like the fact that you've got so many different varieties of one thing in a film. And then, I kind of lost it with all the reboots and whatever. But all the others, like Avengers, I don't care. I thought the first Avengers was rubbish, and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, it's fucking amazing!" Yeah, it's amazing if you like the comic books and you just like a run-of-the-mill action film, but all the Marvel and all the universe setup films, they're all the same. They're all the same build-up. Ant-Man's the same. It's all like, oh, we got a guy and he doesn't know what he's doing, but suddenly he will get into it and he will get his suit and he will become a hero and by the end he's going to win and then he'll join up with the others and then it's all the same shit. Every film. I don't care for that.
And he's also got to fight a bad guy who happens to end up with exactly the same powers and or suit. Which is always what they do in the first. It's like, oh, let's have an Iron Man fight another Iron Man.
Yeah.
Let's have Ant-Man fight another
But it's
Ant-Man.
the same thing. I think if you can analyse cinema, they're not great. I mean, they're good if you just want, I'm really hungover, let's just chuck something on rock and just sort of sit there and dribble and just watch. Yeah, it's fine. But like to actually appreciate the cinematography and the story, they're not brilliant. They're just a bit beige for me. Yes, the effects are good. Yes, they cost billions of dollars. But I like something a bit more
substantial.
Yeah, done. That'll do.
Outside of a 3-act movie, perhaps? So
Yeah.
3-act structure.
Not even that. I guess it is that. It's just.
It's going to be quite difficult to set up a character and have them sort of, relatable and at least admired by the end of the movie, enough to be able to carry a universe.
I know what you mean, but
outside of a 3.
My point is there's too many of them now, and when you get another one, it's all the same structure.
They are trying to avoid the origin stories, aren't they? I say they, Marvel are trying to avoid origin stories.
How? The last one was Ant-Man. It was only like 2 years ago.
The last one was Doctor Strange.
Okay, yeah, all right, another origin one last year.
But that's because they need to build him up as a character, and I think.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
You're speaking like you are Hollywood.
I've just remembered the worst thing about Batman v Superman.
What?
You had to fucking find out how Bruce Wayne became Batman again for the 87th time.
Yeah, in case we've
Like,
forgotten.
dude, oh, for fuck's sake, we didn't need to know that his parents... He's angry, you know. He's angry and really fucking bitter. His parents were gunned down. And
Were
his
they? I
son
didn't
got-
know that.
Really?
Yeah, they were going to the theatre or something. And I'm
Wow.
like,
No.
she
Oh,
just
never
got
heard.
blown
Only
away
someone would
because
have
of
told me that before in another film.
Oh.
This is sarcasm, listeners.
In case you're listening in America. Anyway, yeah, if that's painful for you,
Chris.
they're doing it in a TV show at the moment, really slowly.
Chris,
Oh, fuck, are his parents still alive in that?
no one's listening to this in America. Just so you know.
They might be.
No,
In
they're
actual
not.
fact, last week we had 2 listeners. Where were they? I think it was somewhere like
Swansea.
no, it was Canada or something.
They were the ones
Really?
that
It
were
was.
thumbs down
If
on
you-
YouTube.
If you do, go and look on our channel analytics and look at where in the world people are listening.
I don't care enough.
You should care enough.
Okay, well, I've been very poorly.
Hello, Canada. Anyway,
Hi.
50 Shades is doing very well at the box office this week.
So
Did
are
you
the
see?
sales of cucumbers.
Yes,
I've heard.
this is very true. Did you hear about
They
the?
found one.
Yeah.
They found a
Yeah.
couple in the cinema.
That's
That's clearly, right, someone's just put them there for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
There's no way women have got in there going, I'm going to take a kid. If you're going to have a wank, you do it at home. You don't go to the cinema with a cucumber. Well, you might, I don't know, they might have got off with the danger, but it's just a bit weird for me.
You just take an actual dildo. You wouldn't
I was just
buy
gonna
an
say,
actual
you
cucumber. You got one at home. Just put it in your bag. No one's
Yeah, but
gonna
if
know.
you're a bit skinned, like, you know,
But
the
you've already
cost
got
of it.
one.
Plus, once you finish with a cucumber, healthy snack. You can't eat your dildo.
I don't think you'd want to put it in there
It's
after
got
it's been in
wrapping
there.
on it. Just take the wrapping off.
That's going to be very. You can't leave the wrapping on.
No.
No.
Would you say that like, you know, it was you, wasn't it?
I didn't want to say anything.
2 cucumbers, really?
There were some oranges as well rolling around.
Is there any-
Somewhere else.
See, actually, I would probably... That would be fucking hilarious to buy about 7 cucumbers and go to watch 50 Shades and just leave 7 cucumbers on there in the cinema.
No,
So
I want to
people would be
go.
like...
If you're going to pay to go to the cinema,
Wanking with
you'd go and plant
cucumbers.
the cucumbers and go and watch something else, wouldn't you?
No, you know that old
Yeah.
school
Yeah,
where
you wouldn't sit through the film. You're like,
Well,
you do
old
that
school
yourself.
theatres where they used to have like a thing over their shoulders and then like a tray would stick out their chest and then have like ice creams on it. I would go in there with one of them with cucumbers for sale whilst the film's on, just see if people want to buy
Get
it.
your cucumbers.
Yeah.
Get your tingly lube.
What flavour is it, please?
Basil.
Basil. Yeah.
Mustard and basil, the only flavours we've got.
We can
Whole
get
drain? Oh no, it's too lumpy. English.
Oh dear. Do we like Twin Peaks?
Yes.
So, Kayleigh, did you ever see Twin Peaks?
No, I haven't. Which I know. I surprised
I'm shocked
myself.
that you
Yeah,
haven't
I'm
seen
shocked
that.
at myself. It's one of those things I do want to watch, but I just never really get round to
It's
it.
just the best 80s. What do you call it? Drama?
Ooh, is it better than Quantum Leap?
Well, it's very
Ooh.
different. Very
Quite
different to
family
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap doesn't have a log lady. So
Why
that
haven't
was
they
good.
rebooted Quantum Leap?
There was talk of it, I think, at
That
some
would-
point.
That would be
I remember.
amazing. I would watch that.
Yeah.
There we are. So there is a 3rd season of Twin Peaks coming. Are we all aware?
Yes.
hmm
Cool.
But they're not remaking it. It is following on.
It is a 3rd season.
Yeah. That's quite cool.
And it's a
Yeah,
few
it's
months
nice.
away. But you're happy about that one.
Yes.
Good. And it's David Lynch as well. So
Yeah,
you might be
That's
happy to.
I'm completely faithful that no one else got their hands on it and they're going to ruin it. So I reckon it'll be alright.
Good stuff. I wonder
Is
if
it
that-
Netflix exclusive?
Well, there's nothing online mentioning that it's Netflix. So I'm assuming it's not.
BBC.
Ross, are you a Twin Peaks fan?
I've never seen it.
Wow.
I know, but I know it's one of those things. I have never seen Sopranos either. I watched the first 12 episodes.
Well, then you
I
have
just
seen
don't feel like I can go back. There's too much going forward, isn't there? I don't
That's
have
how I
enough
feel,
time to
though,
go
sometimes.
forward.
Well, I feel like that about
It's
loads
not-
of some people. Like, you always break it down. So it's over now. There's too much to get
It's
into.
done.
Go watch Vikings. I've seen. I'm not going to say what happens, but the last series of Vikings There's like one bit when it's like everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I've seen that and one before that, and I feel that that's all I've seen. I don't need to go back and watch 4 seasons now. There's no point.
I have the same problem with. I've got a couple of friends who are really into bad movies. Like they fucking love shit movies.
Watching something
and they're like,
because it's bad.
"Oh mate, you've got to see Troll 2. It's the best worst movie ever made." No, there's not enough time to watch the good films, let alone the bad films. I can't make watching shit movies another hobby
Well, you
because
haven't
I don't
seen-
have enough time to do my other hobbies.
You haven't seen Leprechaun in the Hood?
No.
Wow.
God.
There was a zombie film on Netflix that was called Goal of the Dead.
Is it about football playing zombies?
Hopefully, yeah. Otherwise, that's a misleading title.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh.
I thought, like you, though, I was like, do I watch it for the laugh or do I actually watch something I want
Is
to
that
watch?
George A. Romero? I've scraped the barrel completely
Goal
now.
of the Dead.
There's
There's going to be
nothing else
cake
I-
making of the dead next.
I do
Great
have,
British Bake Off of the Dead.
I do have Flight of the Living Dead on my hard drive.
Right, where have zombies not been? We've not had them on a plane before. That'll
It's
do.
on a plane. I think we have. I think that's been a thing, isn't it?
Actually, World War Z, they're on a plane in that.
Mm.
Yeah. But what if they've just given zombies a job? They're actually just flying the plane. It's actually a normal...
They do that in Shaun of the Dead, isn't it? They
Mm.
just fucking make them do jobs that people are dribbling at anyway, don't they?
Star Wars news for you, Ross,
What is it for Ross?
because he loves Star Wars.
Fucking
Fucking
right.
love Star Wars.
So did you hear the news this week about is it or isn't it a
The plural on the Jedi.
yes?
Well, Jedi is a word. You don't say Jedi. Jedi is a plural word. So it's clearly... They cleverly picked that title so people would go, oh my gosh, it's just this one, Luke's going to die.
Sometimes.
They haven't cleverly picked it. They've just gone, we'll just put Jedi because it's plural and surely everyone will just get it, and everyone's just lost their shit about it.
Or, I don't even think sometimes they think like that. When, like, filmmakers and stuff, they'll just go, we'll call it that because it's about him. And they'll do, and they won't, and then the internet will just go, it means 4.5 billion different things because we keep looking at the title.
Mm.
Do you know how it is that we worked out that it is?
Germany.
So we.
The German poster had let something, well, their translation of it had let it slip that it was more than one.
There we go. Did you see new imagery at all, guys?
I don't look at it, I just want the trailer to come out.
Just want a trailer.
Because
You
I
don't watch
spoil I make exceptions of Star Wars. I spoil Force Awakens a little bit by getting too into it. And so I stepped back a little bit with Rogue One. And so
Things with Rogue One, it made me laugh when people are going, because most of the time most people I spoke to didn't know when it was set. And the people that did know it was set were going, oh, don't spoil it. Sorry, if you've seen A New Hope, you know exactly what happens in Rogue One. Because she says, Henry Botham's died.
No,
It's
that's
just
the
the
second
nation.
Death Star. Just being a fucking big Star Wars nerd.
What?
Mon Mothma, when they're planning the assault on the second Death Star and Return of the Jedi, goes, many Bothans died to bring us this
No, she says it in the first one.
No, she doesn't.
Really?
She's not in the first one.
She's in A New Hope.
No, she's not.
Oh.
There's going to be some kind of weird argument.
No, it's not. She's just
Wow, okay. Now you've tried,
Oh, yeah.
okay. You truly are.
So
I
she's
am-
in Rogue One, and then she fucks off for 2 movies, and doesn't lead or leads the rebellion from somewhere else.
Okay,
So that's
so
another annoying thing.
turns
about
out you
Rogue
are
One.
the master and I am the Padawan. So, yeah, carry on.
Just watch it.
Gone down a few pegs.
Oh no.
Just take these robes off now. Upsetting.
There were some images of Rey with Padawan hairstyling going on as well. Did you see that?
I've seen the box. I've seen the picture of the box, which doesn't really say anything, does it?
Don't give too much away. Suicide Squad. I don't know how much you love that, Bobbin.
No, I don't care.
I only watched it the other
Do
day
you-
and it was shite. I'm not
Do
gonna
you
lie.
love it even more that Mel Gibson is attached to direct the second one?
Well, I haven't seen the first one, and I don't care for it.
Shit, don't.
And Mel Gibson's a racist, but to be fair to him, he's a very good director. He is a good director.
He has done some very good films. Have you seen The Beaver?
Okay, I don't think he directed
Did
that.
he not?
No.
Oh, I thought he did.
And,
Oh,
and
my
that's
bad.
not a good film.
It's alright.
No, it's not!
It is.
It's rubbish!
It's not going to be for everybody.
Apocalypto, Hacksaw Ridge,
Mhm.
amazing. Both very good. Passion of the Christ even is a good
But the
film.
Beaver's like a mixture of the two with a beaver.
Braveheart's good.
Yes,
Really
the
not.
Beaver's just like Passion of the Christ, but with a beaver. It's the same film, pretty much.
It is. Oh dear. Unless anyone else has got any more news, I think that's it for now. Should we talk about what we've been consuming for this week? Let's start with you, Ross. What have you been watching?
I have started The Expanse, but
What's The Expanse?
it's really good. It's a sci-fi thing about we've colonised the solar system, but now, because we're fucking horrible humans, we're squabbling over resources. And yeah, it's really good. I'm like 3 episodes and I'm really enjoying it.
I've only seen 1 episode of it, but I think it's really, really good as well.
It's by Sci-Fi Channel, and they've really upped their game and starting to spend money on special effects and stuff as well. And
like their effort
like the zero gravity stuff's really fun.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's really well done.
Okay, so they've stepped up from the days of June then.
Yeah. I think
Good.
everybody can see the money in TV now, and even Doctor Who doesn't look shit anymore, does it?
Well.
No, it doesn't. No, come on. I love Doctor Who. Look, when they first even when they first rebooted it at the time, it was better. It wasn't great, but it was a lot better than in the 80s. I remember watching one years ago, and even as a kid, just come out, I was thinking, that's not an alien. That's just a guy wrapped in green-coloured bubble wrap. Like, better than it was.
When they rebooted Doctor Who, I was probably young enough where I thought better than I know now. But I think it came out right in the middle of like when Battlestar Galactica had just come out.
2005 came out again. They
And like
rebooted it.
Battlestar Galactica was so different in terms of thematic look and feel, and didn't look like garbage. Like the BBC's graphic, like special effects department in 2005 was pretty bad.
Mm.
But now it's cool. I like it.
Special effects become cheaper to create, I suppose.
But yeah, so I've watched the first 3 episodes of The Expanse. I'd like to say I'll have finished the first season by next week, and so I'll talk about it in some more detail.
Cool. Anything else? Any movies or anything?
No, because we're recording a day early, and Sunday night is watch movie night, and it's not actually Sunday night yet, so
Fair enough.
I watched a film. It's very regimented, isn't it? Like, I couldn't possibly watch a film unless it was Sunday.
What about you, Kelly? Have you been watching anything interesting this week?
All I did was rewatch Blue Planet. How
Blue
cool is
Planet.
that? Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. I like a bit of David Attenborough.
Actually, I
Now and again.
quite often listen to David Attenborough to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And they're very relaxing.
Sleep tight, Chris.
That would be amazing if you could do a personal message to everyone to wish them a good night. And then you could get put into a Build-A-Bear. You could have a David Attenborough Build-A-Bear.
Insomnia would be no more.
Yeah.
No woman have it.
You'd just be, I feel gently lulled off to sleep now. He's kind of like the voice version of Rohypnol.
So it's like him
It's
and
like-
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Like Tom Hardy's reading bedtime stories, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Well, I think he did it once, and
Just on
Oh, I
Valentine's
thought
Day.
it was
again,
a
cucumber
weekly thing.
sales spiked with mothers, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
not even a mother. Oh
No.
yeah, even I bought a cucumber for that. What?
Just Blue Planet, nothing else.
I have joined that Shudder channel. It's like Netflix, but it's for horror films. And yeah, mixed reviews really. It's a lot of kind of fodder. You've got to search for a good one. There's been a
Lots
lot
of
of
fodder on Shudder.
yeah.
This is why I tend not to watch horror movies now, because when they're good, they're exceptional,
Yeah,
and
I
then the
agree.
rest of them are shit.
Yeah. Some of them are very badly made, and I'm just like, I get 10
You can
minutes
make
in.
a low budget horror, just with no money, and it just gets released.
The thing is that it's just not scary.
No, that's the thing. You've got to. I think when the first Paranormal Activity came out, I thought it was quite good because it kind of got the found footage horror, but it sort of made it a bit different. And then obviously they made like loads of them, and it was like, oh, this is stupid now. But when something like that comes out and they've kind of broken the mould a bit, it's good. When you've got like a generic slasher flick, it's been done before. You got some blonde bimbo running up the stairs instead of running out the door. It's just shite. Like, it's what I love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because you've got just normal people getting killed, and then they remade it, beautiful men and stunning women. No, they would not all be friends. There's always got to be some ugly people in your group.
Did they remake it like scene for scene? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, they did a remake in 2003.
With the girl who...
Jennifer Garner?
No.
It
Prettier
was
than
Jennifer. It was someone.
Less manly jaw.
How can you be prettier than Jennifer Garner? That's like
'Cause she's
ridiculous
got a jaw
standards of
of a
beauty.
man.
There we go.
Nothing wrong with a powerful chin.
I know who you mean. She's in Blade 3,
Yes.
isn't she?
That's her, yes.
And that's about it.
Yeah, I think. Well, they remade it then, and then they did Texas Chainsaw the beginning, where they tried to explain how Leatherface became Leatherface, and that was equally crap. And then they did one that was just called Texas Chainsaw, and that was pretty much trying to be a shot-for-shot remake, and it's just stop. Just stop it.
You know what
Stop
I did
it.
watch on Shudder that was quite good, that's a remake of Evil Dead? That's alright.
Ah, yes.
I've heard.
Yeah, I've seen
I
it.
haven't seen it,
Yeah,
but I
it's
have heard
okay.
good things, actually. Yeah.
It's alright.
So the Evil Dead remake was directed by the guy that did Don't Breathe. You seen Don't Breathe?
It sounds familiar. I don't know, I've
It's-
watched so many horror films, they all blur into one.
Bunch of kids that break into a guy's house. He's a Vietnam vet.
Yes, I've seen that. That was actually really good.
It's amazing. We spoke about it last week, so I won't bang on about it too much. But if you
See
like a
it.
horror movie, it's certainly very different. It's got some stuff in it you wouldn't expect.
Is what you said about I've seen so many horror films, they all sort of blend into each other. Also, exactly the problem with the whole genre.
I think so now, yeah.
Well, this is why I like the Saw films, because at the time the whole genre was just so stale. You had the Scream films, and it was just slasher, nothing really exciting was happening. I thought that just kind of, I love the Saw films. I think you got a good series there, and it was different. It was a different. So I know it was people would call it torture porn, which I guess you could call it that. But you had a plot, a reason. You had a serial killer who didn't actually technically kill anyone. Do you know what I mean? It was different, and then
It's different. I think that's what it is. It's a lot of the same stuff. Like sometimes it's just easier just to keep to a good story and just kind of do that instead of just doing all these fantastical kind of paranormal things. And like a lot of the ones I've seen actually recently are kind of almost like social commentary ones. So it's kind of like people videoing themselves going through like a wood or something, and like how our need to be on social media is blah blah blah.
George Romero's been doing that since he made movies. So
Yeah.
every one of his zombie films is like a commentary on the state of the planet. Like Dawn of the Dead is so far ahead of itself in terms of like you will all just fucking consume to the point where that is all you exist for. 40 years ago nearly.
yeah.
Right then, Bobbin.
Yes.
What have you been watching? What have you been consuming?
Consnewming. So on the subject of horror, I watched the new. Well, I say new. I think it's just been released, which is the Wolf Creek series, which is a spin-off from the two Australian-based horror films.
Are there two horror films?
Yes, there's a Wolf Creek, and then there's cleverly titled Wolf Creek 2.
Ah.
See what they did there?
I was not aware of the sequel.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay.
No. So, on the subject of how trying to make quite a stale genre different, the first Wolf Creek I liked because it is potentially your run-of-the-mill slasher flick. They used the whole based on a true story thing. It's not. The only thing it's literally, nothing is ever really based on a true story. The only thing it's based on is the fact that someone went missing once in Australia and maybe a backpacker got murdered once, and they've gone, oh, this must have been exactly what happened, even though it clearly wasn't. So, but what I liked about the film is the fact that normally in a horror film, a run-of-the-mill slasher flick, you can guess who's going to die, but they kind of, the ones you thought were going to survive and that kind of didn't happen. So it kind of made you think, oh, I didn't see that coming, which was quite good. So yeah, second one, relatively the same, just it's more emphasising the fact that there's a bloke called Mick Taylor who's the main killer in it, who's just basically a hillbilly Aussie guy who likes to kill tourists. But the series is quite good because it's not really about a guy just killing people. It's more about, it starts off with I'm not spoiling anything because this happens literally in the first 10 seconds, but the plot is basically a girl's family gets murdered by him on holiday. She then gets shot by him. She survives and then basically goes on a revenge mission. So you've got a cat and mouse chase round Australia of her trying to find him then finding out she's after him, and him sort of trying to sort of look for her to stop her first, really. The only thing bad about the series was the fact that they've gone, we just have to fill some bits. So there's a few pointless
Filler episodes
that just stuff like in 24, where you've got a bit of story that didn't need. If you've ever watched 24, first series, his wife's got amnesia for 2 episodes. Why is that in there? It's the same thing. There's not amnesia, but that point of pointless plot fillers. There's a couple of those that just didn't need to happen. They also weirdly have painted every single person who lives in Australia to be some kind of weird inbred hick hillbilly. That's what's weird about it. Anyone she runs into is all a bit weird.
Is it Australian produced?
Yeah, Greg McLean directed the original films. He's produced and directed the odd episode here and there, so he had quite a lot to do with it.
Right.
It's okay. It's good. It's good in the sense that it's not just a guy murdering people every episode. That's what's good about it. There are a few, like I said, weird plot fillers, and the fact they've made everyone look like a hillbilly. But it's good because there are some twists in it, and there's a bit of like, I didn't expect that to happen, and it is kind of rooting for this character, which is good. I would give it 7 bobbins out of 10.
Right, you recommend it?
Yeah.
Ish.
You mentioned filler episodes. Are there flashbacks?
To the original.
To anything. I have an irrational hate of flashbacks.
What do you mean flashbacks to what though?
Anything. If you can't tell a story by moving the story
there's no,
forward,
no. To be fair, there's not even bits where she sort of flashback to the night of her parents getting killed. There isn't any of that. It's just her wanting to find this bloke. Okay, actually, I lied. There is a flashback in the sense where you find out the reason why this Mick bloke is obsessed with killing tourists. But it's the last episode, and it kind of it's done well, and it sets you up to the point where it culminates in, I think, his house where he grew up, and then the reasoning why he is like he is. So yes, there's a flashback. It's only that one episode for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's done well. You know what I mean? It's not just in there to be in there.
Quite often it's the only way of getting past the story. It's lazy writing sometimes. And I think I just hate them because of Lost. Because that whole TV show is just fucking flashbacks, isn't it?
Lost is shit.
I was going to say, what about movies where the entire plot is a flashback that's got to kill you?
Or when they flash back to the night Bruce Wayne's parents get murdered.
What?
Because that happens.
Bruce Wayne's parents got murdered?
Yep.
Jesus.
Normally told in a flashback in every Batman film.
He's just a sad little boy in an alleyway. That's every Batman film, isn't it, in the flashback? Pretty much.
Crying over broken pearl necklace.
Oh,
He
poor
left on his
boy.
mother.
Are we aware of the alternate timeline where Bruce Wayne was killed in the alley and his father becomes Batman instead?
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a time travel one, so it's got to be to do with the Flash.
Or the time that Batman got shot with a bullet that sent him back in time.
Huh?
Because that happens.
Did that happen?
Yeah, there's he gets shot with a time bullet because they're a thing in the DC universe, and he goes back to before Kate, and then there's a series of comics of him moving back forward through time and just being Batman, but when he's a caveman and stuff, and
Cool.
Batman in the Revolution, and yeah, fucking
Sounds
comics.
terrible.
So
You've now made me fucking hate Batman again. Christopher Nolan made me like it. You've just now made me hate Batman again.
So
Fuck
caveman
that guy.
Batman, just out of interest, instead of throwing batarangs, it just rocks.
Well, yeah, no, I
So
think
that's
then
not
it
Batman,
ends
that's
up
just
with,
caveman.
Just a caveman with a bit of black mud on his face. It's my cowl.
There must be an alternate timeline where Bruce Wayne's parents don't get killed and he just grows up into a bit of a dick.
It's not Batman. That's just billionaire wanker.
It's just like
that's the difference. I think that's called.
Green
it's
Arrow.
just Donald Trump. It's literally Donald Trump. If his parents had been
That's
killed,
called
if his parents had
the
been killed
world
in an alley
today.
when he was growing up, he'd be fucking a vigilante in the streets of New York. But no, now he's just a massive bad end.
Would it be Trump?
He wouldn't be a vigilante. He'd just be beating up Mexicans. What do they do? No, nothing. We always forget that his name is just the word for fart in England.
If you're 4 years old, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, probably even younger these days. I think I've heard 4-year-olds say fart recently.
No,
So-
we use the word Trump.
Well, you can't go, mummy, mummy, I did a Trump, and then your parents turn around and went, what? You started a racially motivated attack on somebody.
You built a
You
wall.
incited violence against another ethnicity. No, I just did a Trump, mummy.
Suddenly only middle class children said, Mummy, I did a Trump!
Oh, good. What? Did you punch a black person over a wall?
Slurred a Mexican. You mentioned 24, Robin. Hasn't that been rebooted?
Yes, 24 Legacy. So basically they've gone... I love 24 and I do think it was about time, purely because Kiefer Sutherland is, to me, Jack Bauer. And I love Jack Bauer and I love 24. But I worked out through the timelines because each series is kind of, it will say like, 5 years after the last series or 6 years or 18 months, whatever. By 24 Live Another Day, which was the mini-series they did about 3 years ago, Jack Bauer would have been 64. So he would not be kicking that much ass at 64. I'm sorry, not going to happen. So I think it was good that they've rebooted it. Kiefer Sutherland said, he even suggested that they do it. He directed, I think, or produced a lot of the episodes. So I'm literally watching it as it comes out. I've watched the first episode. It's standard 24.
Surely
really.
at this point he should be president in this post-apocalyptic America where about 15 nuclear bombs have gone off.
Yeah, I don't think Jack would want to be president. No, he can't kick as much ass to be president.
And then he could have been like the Alfred character of the new Jack Bauer.
Well done, Jack. Thanks for your time. You're now a butler. Brilliant. Cheers.
At least he'd have some spare time in the evenings to go out and kick ass.
That's true, yeah. Thing is though, like, back to this this reboot, it is completely typical 24. So the plot is you've got a bloke who is also, I can't remember the actor's name, it's really annoying me. He was in Straight Outta Compton.
The baddie's not white.
So I will tell you the plot very briefly. So Corey Hawkins, who's the actor who was in Straight Outta Compton,
Right.
he was in an elite commando unit and they did a job somewhere in the Middle East. They don't mention the country's name. And he's been back in America doing like government, protection jobs, nothing serious. And him and he finds out first episode that all of his unit have been taken out by him and this other guy. This other guy didn't want anything to do with the government anymore because he's sick of it. He's gone off the grid. But they find out, he basically works out that these terrorists are trying to find some device that one of him or his team have got. Now it's only him and this other guy left. He works out the other guy who's off the grid has it, so he has to find him, who's like a bit of an alcoholic and a tramp. And basically they work out that he's got it, and then the terrorists are after them. So that's the first episode. That's pretty much all I've got at the moment.
Cool. But so far so good.
Well, typical 24, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it'll be exactly like 24. So he had to go a bit covert. CTU is back in operation, but he can only use one woman who he can only trust her because it's been compromised. And it'll be a point where someone else will come in and they'll be like, no, I'm in charge of CTU now. No, you're not. And then someone else will come in, and then that's what happens with 24.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be some unauthorised torture because
Of
it's
course.
too important to the nation.
Yeah,
I've
of
got to
course.
jab him with like electrical flex that's plugged into the mains.
Yeah. I'm
On
gonna
his
like,
balls.
On his balls.
put his ear in a hair straightener. Oh, just shit like that. That'll happen, and then it'll be a point where you'll find out that it's like the president's dog's babysitter is actually the
trying to
protagonist
overthrow
of
the
the whole
government from the
organisation, and they know all the info. That'll be something like that. So it's typical 24, but I love 24, so it's fine. But no Jack Bauer, so sad face.
Oh well.
Have you seen similar movie and TV show?
Sense not.
Seen the first Jack Reacher?
Oh no.
That's
Is
really
that
good because
Tom
it's
Cruise?
like a bit of a
Yeah, I hate Tom Cruise, so no.
I know a lot of people don't like him, but he's also been really good recently. Like, there's shitloads of films he's in, and he's
In actual
fucking
fact, Mission
brilliant.
Impossible, the last two have been bloody good.
The last
You've not
3 have
seen
been
them.
really good.
I've only ever seen 1 and 2. I don't even know what
three.
number they're on now. No idea.
5.
Oh, no.
Is it?
One's called like
No, you're
Ghost
right, it's
Protocol.
fine.
We don't
Right.
use numbers anymore.
But and fucking Edge of Tomorrow. That's just fucking sick as well.
Oh no, is that the one? That's
Well, he dies about 80
Groundhog Day in space.
Yeah.
I like that.
Groundhog Day, D-Day,
Yeah, well that was good actually.
and Aliens. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did like that. To be fair, I started watching because I've been off ill for a week, so it was just films and I couldn't watch like this morning and stuff like that. So I started watching John Wick because I thought the second one's out. I'm going to give John Wick a go. So I got 30 seconds in, fell asleep, woke up in the credits. So that's
shit.
all I know about John Wick.
Dude, go and watch it.
Yeah,
It's great.
I will.
I was supposed to see John Wick 2 this week, but denied.
Shall we try and all watch John Wick and then go and see it at the cinema?
Oh,
The second one at the cinema.
a date.
Or is it-
A SNEW
Oh,
date.
oh,
Didn't mean
oh.
to
SNEW
tell
Crew
you.
date.
No, it's a date now. Bring your
And we can
flowers.
take your cucumbers.
Oh, that's a standard. I thought if we went to the cinema, I'm bringing a marrow.
Oh dear. Right, okay. I this week have seen one movie that I really liked and one that was fucking awful. The Infiltrator with Bryan Cranston is a cracking movie if you get a chance to watch it. So set in the 1970s with him as an undercover agent. It's got a ridiculously star-studded cast, loads of faces that you'll recognise, and this chap who you'll keep recognising from little bit parts all over the place, who Bobbin has just told me his name is Joseph Gilgan.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
He's the guy in Preacher. Which is really
That's right, he's the vampire in Preacher, yeah.
Yes. He's
Which-
also in Harry Brown. He's in This Is England, like you said, and he's also in Ripper Street.
Either way, absolutely amazingly acted all the way through by everybody, and a real eye-opener as well. This guy, it's a true story, and what this guy does for a living is just bloody breathtaking. Living undercover, working with really dangerous people for all of his adult life. It's ridiculous, and these people could, if they find out who he is, do some very nasty things to him and his family.
Does it deal with the strain of trying to do that? I think, is it Donnie Brasco does that really well? Donnie Brasco, you know he's going undercover from the start, and a lot of the movies and just dealing with the tension of being undercover and trying to fucking live 2 separate lives.
There are some bits where it crosses into his personal life, and there are some pretty scary bits. It's worth a watch. Definitely go and check it out. A movie that I hated this week, The Great Wall, with Matt Damon.
Didn't like that.
It's terrible. It's the same director as House of Fire and Daggers.
I don't know how to pronounce the name, but Yimao Zhang. Yeah, did Hero, House of Fire and Daggers. Yeah.
And I suppose he's not done a brilliant movie in a while.
Both of those are brilliant. We're talking about those.
House of
Hero's
Fire and
pretty-
Daggers, Hero,
They're all really good.
they're pretty good, yeah. Either way, this movie is terrible. It's blatantly an attempt to inject some American actors into a very Chinese film.
Quick fact, it was the most expensive Chinese film ever made.
Which one? The Great Wall?
Yeah.
Really?
They had to build that fucking wall to start.
That surprises me because the special effects are terrible.
Are they?
They are really
Wow.
bad. But yeah, I wouldn't waste your money going to watch it at the cinema. The acting isn't too bad. The storyline is just dire. It just creeps along and nothing too exciting happens in it.
So
The characters
just
aren't
in
used
case
well.
people don't know that the plot is when a mercenary warrior, Matt Damon, is imprisoned within the Great Wall, he discovers the mystery behind one of the greatest wonders of the world. As wave after wave of marauding beasts besiege the massive structure, his quest for fortune turns into a journey toward heroism as he joins a huge army of elite warriors to confront the unimaginable and seemingly unstoppable force. Yeah, it sounds bollocks.
It is bollocks.
Cool.
It's the worst kind of bollocks. Hairy, unshaven bollocks.
Oh, it does sound like a movie at a later date we could probably do a commentary on.
We could do that.
If it's that bad.
That would be great.
And then we can just keep going, Matt Damon. every time he's on screen.
Right, so let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you very much for coming along this evening.
You'll find this podcast available on YouTube, the Apple App Store, the podcast app, the Google Play Store, the Google Podcast app, and probably a load of other ones that we don't even know about yet.
Once again, with us this evening, we've had Ross Murphy.
The Great Wall of China is 13,171 miles long. That's fucking mental. Goodbye.
Kayleigh Lata.
Thanks, bye.
Bobbin Dixon.
8 people in the world a year die from dishwasher-related accidents. Fuck your wall. There's a fact. Bye.
And me. Goodbye.
Chris Quinton.
Did I say my name was Chris Quinton before?
No.
Did I not?
I don't
I just said
no
me.
one knows who you are.
Just me.
You just introduce everyone else. Yeah, we have to go. I need a
That's
break.
it.